Hi, I'm Tanisha.
And I'm Tina.
And welcome to
Side-Eye Chronicles,
the Christmas episode! Alright, so guys, we are so excited because Christmas is our favorite holiday.
Favorite holiday in the whole world.
Like, wait, what?
Of all time.
Okay, that makes more sense. It's like, I don't know how to compare it. Like, anyway, Christmas is our favorite. And we kind of talked about it even with the gift giving with the last episode about how we love giving gifts. And I don't think I talked about it, but like, even like when it came to like things that we love to do, but like I love wrapping gifts.
Oh, you're right, you do.
Yeah, I like taught her how to wrap a gift because let me
I still
tell
just
you,
throw stuff in a bag though.
Yeah, let me tell you what happened before.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I actually have a great idea. Remind me to tell you after.
Okay.
Yeah, and hopefully you guys will pay attention to it too, if and when it happens, so that way you'll be able to join into it too. But yeah. So we love Christmas. We love all things about it. And so we decided to obviously make our Christmas episode pretty special because it's our favorite. Duh. So we decided to do a little play on the Christmas Carol, which is ironic with the first part of it. But do Christmas past, Christmas present, Christmas future. Mm-hmm. And so what we decided to do was obviously in true Side-Eye fashion, though. It's not just going to be like, oh, all things happy Christmas, even though it pretty much is. But we still want to talk about how do you navigate Christmas while still adulting and try not to give too many folks the side eye in the middle of it.
Yeah.
But before we get to that fun part, let's talk about all the fun part that really probably gets us down to the core, which is let's start with Christmas past and let's talk about our favorite music. I don't know what that noise was.
I don't either. Yeah. Okay, so from I'm just going to give you like all my songs, just a rundown of them. Mm-hmm. So my favorite song from Christmas past was Jingle Bells by BB and CC.
Yes.
Their rendition is like bomb.
Jingle, jingle.
Yeah.
If you've never heard it, you need to go to Spotify, iTunes, or whatever streaming service that you have immediately. Like, pause us. Well, maybe not pause us, because, yeah. But just make sure you write these down. Mm-hmm. Yes. And write them down, but don't feel forced to write them down completely, because why, Tina? We're going to have a playlist of all of our faves.
We got y'all.
Yes.
We got y'all.
Like the show. Well, not the show, but like in Insecure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
They had a white hand.
You know that, yeah.
Holding the little black kid.
Anyway, people don't even know that.
Yeah,
they don't
do.
care. Well, the people we used to talk about, our parents. Our parents don't watch the show. They just let us know that last episode.
They did.
Yeah.
It's mainly my mother.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, the next song, it's not from Christmas past. It's just a little groove, a little vibe that I like to listen to every Christmas is Deck the Halls and Silent Night. It's like a mashup between the two songs, and it's by Whitney Houston, and I just like to drive down the street, like, vibe into her voice.
Do you close your eyes?
I mean,
well, he's guiding you. Let him lead you.
Jesus takes the wheel. Jesus takes the wheel.
Literally. So what's another one?
So another one is the urban song. We have an urban category, and the urban song is that is not the Sleigh Ride. I was like, Very Merry Christmas is the name of the song. Sleigh Ride by TLC. Like, that is just my urban jam.
Yeah.
Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, and away we go in winter wonderland, something in the snow.
You know, honestly, like back in the day when I knew that it was for real Christmas time whenever the radio station, I-103 Jam, shout out to Kansas City, whenever they would play that. And even out here, whenever they would play it during Christmas. So it made it pretty legit during that time.
It's official.
Okay. All right. So,
oh, wait, I thought there was one more.
Yeah.
Christmas carols. The one Christmas carol that I love is Carol of the Bells. I just love all the complicated little. It's not really complicated. I just like all the little parts and harmonies. If you know me, you know I like harmonies and just a bunch of different.
My eyes went like really. I was just thinking back. I mean, you're right. It's not complicated when you have to sing it.
We have to sing it
so many times.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's not one that you can pick up the sheet music and you just singing it out if you don't know all the parts.
Right? No, it's not that.
You not. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
We got real choiry just now. Yeah, because we just
I don't
remember my parts, so I don't know why you're looking at me.
It was a long time ago. It's fine. It's fine.
You told me to sing Guten Abend, I got you. But right now, I don't got you on there. Because I remember all the other parts, and I don't know which part I'm supposed to sing.
Okay. It's fine.
All right.
Your turn.
Okay. So for me, I'm probably not going to go in the same categories because I know when we'll go through, obviously we went through our individual ones, but we'll also talk about our combined honorable mentions, and not honorable mentions like we thought about them last, but it's just everybody's jam. So but for me, so BB and CC, honestly, just that whole Christmas album was just everything. But my favorite from the album was definitely Silver Bells. Silver Bells was just masterpiece. Yes. And then
we grew up with y'all whining.
Yeah. I mean,
you defined our childhood.
Yes. I mean, we are just waiting for the invitation for the family reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So BB and CC, Silver Bells was, my fave off that album. And then when it comes to, which one did you do next? You did your...
It wasn't the urban. It was the vibey.
My vibey is Christmas time. These are the times. These are the times.
Special times?
These are the special times. Thank you for remembering my own. So now you're just going to get a good shot of my curl definition. So yes, these are the special times by Christina Aguilera. My urban, I don't even know if it's urban. It's just kind of a song that you probably would never expect a millennial or whatever category we're supposed to be in, a 32-year-old person to know, let alone
I was told we weren't millennials anymore. Are
millennials?
Or millennials?
I don't know what we are. We're 32 years old. That's what we are. Mm-hmm. But it's a song. Actually, two. What Do the Lonely Do at Christmas is absolutely my jam. It's so sad, but it's so good. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, anyway, that's my jam. That's my jam. I'm probably going to start singing it. I'm going to hold back and not finish it. But the other one that is absolutely my jam is I'll Be Your Santa Baby by Rufus Thomas.
I'll be your Santa baby.
Hey! What I got for your mama, it ain't just... I'll be your... It's so... Yeah. It honestly reminds me of, my family gatherings of us just being crazy. Us just dancing and having a good time. Yeah, it's a good, jam vibe moment. And then choral wise, okay, so I'm just gonna actually just say a cute little jingle song that I always used to love, not even technical choir music, but I used to love Up on the Housetop.
Why?
I don't know. Click, 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 down through the chimney with a sleigh.
That was not one of my favorites.
I loved it. It was just so bouncy and so fun. And I think we had choreography when I was little.
Oh.
I'm a weirdo, so it's fine. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about our combined... They're going to be obviously you guys had no I mean, we have a full like list of what we're going to discuss today.
We do.
But I'm going to warn you guys now. We are trying to make sure we record within 45 minutes, remember?
Yes. Actually, 30. Focus.
Yeah, okay. 45 minutes, like I said. And obviously our own sweaters are going to be distractions. So our honorable mentions are the faves from like everybody that everybody would know and gravitate to. What do you want to start with, Donnie?
Yes, let's start with Donnie.
This
Christmas.
Yeah, that's just like, you're not living unless you...
Everyone should know some rendition, but you definitely should know the original.
It's one of those things to where you don't realize how recent a lot of our Christmas classics have been created. And that's powerful. I was watching this documentary about Nat King Cole, and sometimes I forget, even though I didn't grow up with him being really alive for a long time, he's still it's recent. This is right there. You can touch it. I don't know. Anyway, but speaking of Nat King Cole, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. We didn't even talk about that.
We didn't.
We got to. You have to.
Yeah, the Christmas
But
song.
I will say this, though. Everybody, I'm going to need y'all to not touch that song. Maybe that's our side-eye. Maybe that's our side-eye of the episode is, not every Christmas song should be sung by everybody.
Just let it be.
Yeah. Okay. So, our other good vibes. Go ahead.
Okay, the first song that I sang, it was Tanisha was working at the mall. The first song that I sang at the mall. It is called Snowflakes of Love by Toni Braxton.
I don't know. First of all, if you've never heard that Christmas album,
yes,
Toni put her foot and her face in that album, and it's a go-to. It's you mistake. For real, she killed that Christmas album. It's one of those Christmas albums you literally listen to all year around because her foot, her face, her vocal ability, everything.
So I just love you, Toni Braxton.
Yeah. And what was so cool, she knew, so it's original song, but she knew how dope it was going to be that she put an instrumental at the end of the album.
Yeah.
Because she was y'all trying to...
Guess we didn't have to look for a track.
I was like, Tina, you don't have to look for it. It's already at the end of the album because she knew y'all were going to sing this song.
Sure did.
It's such a cute, it's cute in a classical Christmas loving, song, but it's a love song, and there are love songs out there for Christmas, but it's a vibey one, it's still current, and I think it's a really good way for us to lead into talking about love in the Christmas. And I think, do I have snowflakes? You have snowflakes. You have snowflakes of love.
I have on your snowflakes of love on my sweater.
So now we just need those snowflakes of love. On your side, I can move, and then he can take this.
Oh,
side.
yes.
So you guys, we want to make sure that you guys remember that the challenge for you guys to pass on, is it challenge?
It's the boot up challenge.
Boot up challenge. Well, I was going to say the challenge for you guys to pass on the contact information. But boot up challenge, yes, that's what.
You can still say that.
Boot up.
Get Tina boot up by Valentine's Day.
Yes. So send your uncles, again, not older than 40, your cousins, your brothers, your church members, your workout partners.
Just any good quality
your CPA,
your tax accountant.
Just, the man in your life who you think would be a good match with this one. And she will not have a sweater on during the date, so.
I won't.
Unless he's into that sort of thing. And you own it, so.
Yeah, I do own it.
Yeah. So own it.
I mean, if he wants to see me in it.
Oh my God, he has mittens on. See, this is what I said.
Yeah, like mittens.
It's cute. It's very cute.
I'm giving it to my mom. She wanted it.
It's cute. So let's get back to it.
Yeah.
So send, so DM, email is sideeyechronicles@gmail.com. DM our Instagram account, or if you are friends with us personally, DM us personally. Just please try to go to the Side-Eye Chronicles, because I'm not trying to check my DMs like that. And I want to make sure we don't miss anyone.
I'm not on Facebook really at all
Yeah,
anymore.
I think I'm actually going to be done after 2018. And I've been, like, really trying to figure it out in life. Like, because a lot of my family's there. And I'm like, I can just not be. Not that I honestly was staying on there because my family being on there. Yeah. So.
But 2019, I just need to get in a new book. You know?
And it's not the book of the face.
Mm-mm.
No.
I'm done with that book.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So just DM us on Instagram, Twitter as well. We're on Twitter. And send us the contact info, profile information, so we can get those people connected.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get connected.
What's another good honorable mention?
Kirk Franklin and the Family.
Yes.
The Christmas album.
Because, I mean, that's another one you could listen to all year round. Because it's about Jesus. I mean, technically.
Jesus is the reason for the season, yeah. Yes, oh yes,
Yeah. So, duh. Like, Kirk, like you. Yes, sir. And our other album that's just, I think it's a good one. I'm not going to put this one on you. But I love the whole album. I just don't know how you feel about the whole album. I know you like some of it. But the Vanessa Williams.
Oh, yeah. I like some of it.
That's why I didn't want to put the whole album on you. I love the whole album. It just reminds me of all things choral and, like, literally performing it in choir. So, yeah, it's a fun one. That was fun.
I love Christmas.
Yes. So what are your favorite Christmas memories?
Christmas memories. My favorite one, hands down, is going over my grandmother's house when we were younger and just playing games with my family all day. We would go over there, we'd pray, we'd eat, and then, like, the men, like my dad, my uncle, and my grandfather, they'd, like, watch football in the den. And then everybody else, the kids and the moms, they were, like, playing games, like categories, not taboo, like, we were too loud, forget. We played taboo. But, like spades. They taught me how to play spades, like all the games, all the board games.
And everybody was safe?
Yes. Yes, everyone was safe. Because we know how to have fun and win.
That's not the issue. It's, do y'all know how to have fun and lose? Because because there's obviously a winner and a loser. And I think the issue is the losing part that I ran into. Our family is very serious about their games. Like, family
We're
game
competitive.
night. Yeah.
But it's fun. It's so fun.
I mean, yeah.
Gestures. It's all so much fun. Charades. You have a good time.
Yeah. Okay. Just saying.
You're just not competitive. You just don't understand.
I'm not competitive. I mean, I do understand. I do understand competition. I don't understand the level of competition when we just playing a game that nobody's money is tied to.
It's about winning. It's about the title. It's about the honor. Have you seen Creed 2? It's about the honor. It's about the legacy.
Till the next family gathering?
Yeah.
And on that note, my favorite memory growing up was definitely same thing. It's like going over to my grandparents' house. So this was in Kansas City. So like we would always go over to my grandma and grandpa's house on my mom's side. And we have a huge family. And there's plenty. They had nothing but girls. So like all their girls and all the uncles. the spouses, the uncles, and all of the grandkids that range in age. Like now, like all of us are like late 40s all the way down to like 20. Like, so it's just like wide age range. And so all the cousins would like kind of be split up into their age groups, and we would just have so much fun, like food, and we would pray before we eat, but they was definitely just drinking. Like they just had a good time.
My grandmother would kill everyone.
That's probably why Rufus Thomas song just reminds me of my family gatherings. But no, we just had a good time. I mean, like, it just was never like there was always someone like acting crazy or doing something crazy, or even if there was like family drama that made it into the night, like it just like folks knew how to just have a good time and move past it. And so it was a lot. It was always so many people in this like house, and it was fun. Like you felt safe, you felt comfortable. And it was just amazing. And then of course, like always any other day you would be like, oh, can I stay at so-and-so's house? Can I stay at so-and-so's house? But you never really wanted to leave. And so it was kind of that same thing, but you knew you still wanted to go back to your house on Christmas Eve.
I got games to play.
I got to be in bed so Santa could be there. So I remember one specific, Christmas party that we did, so it was always on Christmas Eve. So we were heading home, and at this time we lived on the Kansas side of Kansas City. And so we were driving back and going past. I don't even think we made it to state line yet. And it's only about 30 minutes, so 20, 30 minutes to our, from my grandma's house to our house. So we're leaving my grandma's house, and I guess my brother and I had dozed off, and my dad was being funny, and he was like, oh, y'all see that? And we were like, what is he talking about? And he was like, I just saw Santa. And we were like, where? It was literally something out of some Lifetime movie. We were like, really? Where did he go? So yeah, Christmas, like it holds a very huge near and dear place in my heart because of those random moments at all of the family gatherings on Christmas Eve. So in the pajamas, and we used to get gifts according to like the specific age groups and stuff. So everybody got the same thing, but it was like, oh, what color did you get?
Yeah. Oh, that's precious.
So yeah.
What was your favorite Christmas movie?
Ooh, favorite Christmas movie, hands down, still to this day, A Christmas Story. You should try out. Ralphie. Or my other favorite line, which, meatloaf. Every time I make meatloaf, I literally say that. It's really embarrassing, but not really, because I don't care.
Oh my Lanta.
Oh my God. I love that movie. Like, TNT, God bless you. You play that movie, TBS and TNT. Thank God for y'all, because y'all play that movie nonstop starting the morning of Christmas Eve, and you did that for me, and I appreciate it. My favorite thing is to like I feel like God looks down on me on that day whenever I like take a nap.
He's not looking down on you.
I mean, he is, but like specifically in this one moment, if I fall asleep while watching it, because it's looping, right? And then I fall asleep at one spot, right? And I wake up and it started over again, and I pick right back up. Ain't nothing but God looking down for you.
Oh my Lord.
What about you? What's your favorite Christmas movie?
My favorite Christmas movie to this day is The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, the original. We used to sit up, because they play it all the time, like every Christmas, like on ABC or something. What's that supposed to be? I don't know what she's talking about, but they would play it on ABC or whatever. NBC, I don't know. Somebody would play it somewhere. Mm-hmm. And I would make I'd have a sheet and then my little sleeping bag and a
Aww.
pillow, and we'd make hot chocolate before I got allergic to milk, and I would just drink it and sit there and watch The Grinch Who Stole Christmas with my puppy Simba, and my parents would sit behind me on the couch, and we just all watched The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
He wasn't a puppy.
He was my little puppy. Little puppy Ruffy.
Okay.
And the Christmas tree would be lit behind us, and I have all my Christmas presents in the background, and it's just lovely. That's also a good memory of mine. But yeah, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas was the GOAT. It's the GOAT. It's the greatest of all time. And furthermore, you know how we said not all songs need to be remade? Not all movies need to be remade. Y'all stop painting these people green, making them...
Did you care when that was funny, though? Did you see they made that a meme? That is so funny. I was rewatching it, and then he did it, and I just busted out.
But they put out another one this year.
Oh, yeah,
and they got the Grinch, I don't know, he's being all nasty, selling
it?
pistachios. He's like, my nuts are green, or my, something's green that's nuts.
I was like,
And
wait,
he's selling
what?
23 and me, the Grinch,
He
the Grinch would never do that. He
You
would
don't
never
know
do that.
him.
I know he would never do that. Y'all stop. Y'all stop pimping out my Grinch. That's not.
Have you seen the Grinch do yoga?
No.
Oh, I gotta show you that. That is the funniest thing.
Is
That's
it a
what-
commercial?
No, it's like a thing on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta find
Anyway.
it's funny. Yeah. That's why I said explains a lot.
Why?
I'll show you.
And release all of those sounds that are trapped in your mind.
Sir, are you okay?
I'm a little messed up.
What, or not really what, but did you used to peek or try to figure out what your gifts were?
No, I didn't.
You were so good. I did.
I could see that.
I'm impatient. I would be like, oh, I wonder if that, okay, no, the box is too big. Okay, what if this? But they put a few out there, and that's when we would try to figure out. And then they finally stopped, putting our names on it. So that way we could stop, messing with it.
Mm. Well, they have to do that with me.
Yeah, that's true.
But they only put a few out, so I would just go to bed.
Wait, so you didn't wake up early?
Nah.
Wait, what?
Sleep is good.
No, I used to wake up early.
I think I was maybe 4 waking up early.
Oh, no,
But-
I'm pretty sure I was 17. I knew a baby fat jacket was under there.
Well,
I really wanted to see that
The
baby.
fattest baby.
I really wanted to see if it was it.
it was.
It was.
She wore that jacket
It
out.
wasn't actually, no, it wasn't even baby fat. It was Rockaware. That's what it was.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, you did. It was orange and blue. I wore it all the time.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
I saw the baby fat one with the cat on the back.
Oh, I did have that one. The black one, and it had the
Yeah.
gold baby fat thing. You're right. I was obsessed with baby fat, y'all.
She was.
Obsessed.
It was scary.
I had to have, I got shoes, perfume.
Do you have a bag?
I did end up buying a bag, in college. Yeah. It was bad, y'all.
It was.
And I look at it now this is disgusting. As you look at it, just the style of it was just whoo. Whoo, child.
Oh my god.
It's just not cute anymore. I mean, no style change. Anyway, this is not the baby fat episode. This is the Christmas episode.
I mean,
Christmas present. So
2018.
yes. So we talked about obviously a lot of our favorite memories, obviously with our families. When you're young, that's kind of what you got. But obviously as you grow up, you really start your own traditions, and obviously once you move out, some people start their own families, get married. You really start to try to figure out, how do you start your we're working boot up challenge. But how do you kind of navigate that space of like creating your own space and traditions and boundaries over the holidays?
I don't really know. So I can tell you, I don't know how many years ago, let's be honest with you, but I began to feel uncomfortable like going to my grandmother's on Christmas just because I'm like the only cousin that's alone. Like everyone else either
Let's just say single.
Single and alone.
Y'all are all gonna go look up
Oh
what
my
did the lonely
gosh.
do on Christmas.
We eat tacos and watch
Wow.
Netflix.
Pretty sure when the Emotions made that song in 19 whenever, they were not thinking about Netflix and Choco Bell. But continue.
So anyway, a few years back, I just stopped going because I just kind of felt like the odd man out, you know, and it didn't feel good.
Yeah.
Like I was coming home crying. Christmas is my favorite holiday. Like I love this time of year, and I would just come home and just bawl my eyes out because I'd be coming home to no one. My last relationship ended on Christmas Eve. So
Did it? Oh.
So it's just a sore spot. So even though like I love Christmas, like I remember that it didn't end well. It was a horrible fight. So I remember that, and then just still being alone and thinking like, well, you never thought like you'd be alone for so long, or you'd be single for so long.
Yeah.
Like it's not a good feeling. So a few years back, I just stopped going, and the first year I stopped going, I felt okay on Christmas. I would eat tacos and watch Netflix. And that was the first Christmas I didn't cry. It wasn't Taco Bell. I made my own tacos.
Good job.
But yeah, like, it was the first Christmas I didn't cry. So from that point on, I was just like, I just kind of take care of me, you know? And if I feel like I'm okay to, like, go over there, then I'll go. But if I don't, then I won't. Like, it depends on how I feel that year. If some years are better than other years, you know, that's just the reality of the matter. For the most part, I am in a much healthier place. Like,
Good.
I've accepted reality. I'm single right now. Like, in this moment, I am single. So I'm in a much better place. But yeah, for a while I wasn't there, and I just wanted to make sure that I was okay emotionally, like around the holiday season.
That's good. You have to, I think one of the biggest things that you've like touched on though is like protecting your boundaries and like protecting your space when it comes to how the holiday season can affect you. And that can happen to you whether it's based off of, you know, your relationship status, you know, the loss of loved ones, like whatever it is, you have to really look at what's triggering it, but not even so much for what's triggering it, but like how are you responding to those triggers and what you're willing to kind of take in to that space for that day. I feel you. And I know even, so for me on the other side of that is that my husband and I are both children of divorce. And so for me, like with Christmas being such a time where it was really about us just being together. So whether it was me with, you know, all of, you know, my mom's side of the family, or even if my dad's side of the family got together that year, or my mom and dad together, or whatever it was, it's been harder, not because my parents are divorced, but because my parents are divorced, his parents are divorced. So here we are, and it's not a relaxing day. And, like, you kind of know, like, okay, it's going to be busy. Even if I was hosting at my house, it's going to be crazy. But it's like I'm exhausted, and I don't have any memories. Like, my memories are in my car driving around the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and that's not cool. Like, those aren't the things that I want, you know, once we have kids, you know, our kids to remember. And I think because we don't have kids, people are like, oh, you can just come over. Like, do you know how many houses we have to go to? Now, I do appreciate not having to cook. However, though, but it's exhausting. And I think being able to kind of put up boundaries. I don't want to say put up boundaries, but like, I mean, honestly, protecting that space for us or what we want to do for that day. So it may mean that we see, one parent from both sides, and then the next day we go see the other parents from that side, or we see his side on one day and then we'll see my side, or vice versa. So it's just really about being able to protect your space and your mental, well-being, because the holidays, as much as they're amazing and fun and joyous, they can be hard. Yeah. And one of the things I don't think I kind of mentioned it, but just like even dealing with the fact that you may have lost loved ones around a holiday, or maybe you just always had their presence on that holiday, like it makes it really hard to not have them around, or have them, especially like for me, my grandfather led a lot of those gatherings. So now in Kansas City, even though I don't even live there anymore, like if I go back home, like everyone doesn't get together on Christmas anymore. So it's hard to, see, honestly, it's kind of hard to see things as you're growing up kind of fade away, and those traditions kind of, move away. So, okay. So we've kind of talked on that, and what may be a good segue as we're talking about things moving away. Why are you looking like that?
What am I looking like? I just don't know where you're going.
Well, it's going to make sense in just a second.
Okay.
So as we see things kind of moving away, we can maybe move into Christmas future.
Okay.
And we can talk about what do we want to see? Like, what traditions do you want to bring in for for you personally, or what are some of the things that you are kind of hoping to be able to do in the next few years, or and even this year?
Well, this year, hopefully with the boot up challenge.
Boot up. I don't like you mittens. Even though the mittens are adorable.
They're so cute.
Like, it's a whole stuffed animal that's on your sweater.
My friend.
And it's got a little red nose. I think he stole that from Rudolph.
He did.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Don't rub right there.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Boot up challenge.
Yes. Yeah, so hopefully with the boot up challenge, I'm just dating more steadily. That's all I can hope for this year.
Mm-hmm.
But for the next year, I can even mesh New Year's into this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just hoping to get a little bit more fit, There's not necessarily anything wrong with me, so the doctors won't give me pills to lose weight, and they won't clear me for surgery for the sleeve or lipo, because nothing's wrong with me. I just don't like working out though.
I like how real she just got with y'all. Like, she was like, "Oh, we removing all masks right now." Go ahead.
I just don't like doing it, and I like eating what I want to eat. Anyway, okay. I do want to get in better shape. I want to get a little bit more healthy. It would help to have a boo to cut at the gym with. Wink, wink.
That would be amazing if you guys could work out together.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Because there's not a lot of couples who can do it.
Oh,
yeah, it's fine.
It
is. It is.
I don't believe you.
It's fine. It's true. Like, Chris and I cannot work out. We realize really.
Is he buffy?
He thinks he's in football. He's gotten better over the years, but now I have my membership to my thing, and then he has his membership to his thing, which got to be part of my future.
What's in your Christmas future?
My Christmas future, I would actually like for us to be able to create an actual standalone tradition. So even if it's something we do on Christmas Eve, and it can be with all of our families, our moms, our dad, whatever it is, I want us, or us just by ourselves, I want us to be able to have one thing that we do every year. If it's going to look at Christmas lights, it doesn't have to be anything crazy big, just something special. The other part of Christmas futures, and just futures, is, you said a little bit healthier, a lot of bit healthier for me. I'm looking at this camera right now as if I could look directly into endometriosis' face and tell you, you are dumb. So dumb. So dumb. Endometriosis is dumb. So,
I don't know you have that.
Oh. Oh, we haven't done the health episode.
They don't know what's happening right now.
Well, hi guys. My name is Tanisha, and I have endometriosis. I thought I said it when I was talking about my necklace. I thought I said something about my necklace one of our last times.
You said it in the last recording that I lost.
So if you guys haven't figured, we keep saying last time. It's because we recorded this episode like a few weeks ago. Some technical difficulties happened, but you know what? But see, that's when God intervenes, because he was like, look, that wasn't even y'all's best. I'm going to get y'all at a better moment. She didn't have her sweater on. I didn't have mine. And now look at us. Look at how festive we are. So I have endometriosis. And I have been having some really crazy flare-ups. Like even when I was on site for my event this past week, it just was like wreaking havoc. And it's really affecting, I think it's affecting my dietary, what I need to eat and don't need to eat. So I think even beyond the weight loss, I really want to find a nutritionist or dietitian. I don't know what term or person that is. So if you guys know someone that could point me in the right direction, obviously I'm going to be working with my doctor as well. But I want to be able to, if it is from a dietary standpoint, if there are certain things I need to take out of my diet, I already don't really eat a lot of red meat and stuff like that. But if there's if I have to go gluten-free again, for real this time, just need to figure it out. So that's one thing that I'm going to be, which should make Christmas futures really interesting if I'm baking. So y'all might all hate what I bake.
We'll see.
Christmas future. Yeah, I think just really getting healthy this year. I have to get to it. The other thing though, we were talking about Christmas futures and just in general for the new year. Obviously I know we have some fun ideas that we want to do for the show, that we're excited about. So you guys definitely stay tuned for that. Yeah. But one thing that I would think I was telling you in the last episode that is in the abyss. But it's fine.
In the cloud.
So what I was saying is that I've never really done resolutions, but when I kind of got in old enough to be oh, maybe I should do this, I never really just got into it. So this past year, I decided to not feel bad about not having resolutions, but really figuring out a word that leads me for that for the upcoming year. So this past year for me, it was intentional. And I feel like I did okay. There are definitely still some things that I want to work on. And so one of the things that really came up in the last few months has really talked about stability. And so with that, the biggest thing that I think is if you pick a big enough word, and I don't mean big in how many letters it is, big enough in impact in your life, is that it will actually touch all of those areas that you need to work on. So for me, stability also can translate to balance and, lead into, all the things. So yeah, so stability is my word for 2019.
Okay.
So I'm excited about it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow. And I actually just thought about something I've been thinking about and just thought about how it's already starting to take place. Look at God. He just.
You'll be doing it.
I mean.
So when we do our little random voices, I know this is gonna sound weird, but I've been watching the Wayans brothers lately on Philo, and it just reminds me of them. We're like the Wayans brothers.
I mean, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five. Cut and break. Beautiful guys. Dynamite. Reset yourself and you reset clear. Reset yourself and you reset clear. Reset yourself
Reset yourself,
and you'll be set clear.
And you'll be set clear.
What did you think he
I
said?
had no idea. This is revelatory to me. Oh my gosh. I'm like, what are they saying here?
What did you used to do though? Please let me know.
Dance wise?
No, like just did you make noise?
No, I would always try to like hear what they were saying. I was so confused.
Yeah.
There's some sort of mumbling.
They're saying something. I know they are.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Now that I know. Anyway,
I mean, it should
that's
because
completely
this has
off
been
topic.
like what 25 years.
Several years.
Oh, you're being nice to yourself. Okay.
Well, one more thing for Christmas future for me is in 2021 the goal is to be married with twins. So I'm putting that out here.
You know what? Speak it, girl. Claim it.
Just out there.
Married with. I'm sorry. You just.
I was like, what am I touching here? It's a ball.
Yeah.
It's a snowball
Yeah.
on your boob ball.
It's not a thing. Again. Continue 2021. 2020.
Married with twins on the way. Maybe not
Okay.
twins in 2022.
Oh, that's cute. Because it's two.
Yeah. Two.
Yeah. And then you can have them on February 22nd.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
I mean, you know what? Ask. You know? He said make a plan.
Just put it out there so that he knows the desires of my heart.
Yeah.
Hopefully they align and we can make it happen, Lord. Yeah, Lord. Make it happen. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's Santa's real voice.
I don't think that you need to have the sweater on it. I don't.
I love this little sweater.
Yeah.
He's cute. Anyway.
Yeah. Anywho.
That's my prayer. That's what I want. And I want twins because I only want to do it once. I do not want to be pregnant for multiple times.
Well, good. Okay. What else do we have? That was it? I think that was So here, this is what happens. When you give us an agenda and we actually stick to it, we're like, this is we did it. We
really didn't do tangents.
We didn't. We did good. We did good.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Well, you guys, we have had a crazy year even before we started the recording for Side-Eye Chronicles, but it's been amazing to see that you guys actually enjoy what we just did when we randomly got together anyway. So, and I accidentally have told a few people about us. So,
what do you mean?
Like, I just told a few of my coworkers, so.
About Side-Eye Chronicles?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. All my coworkers know.
Right, but see, I know all your coworkers. I don't even know all my coworkers.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's fine. Welcome, guys.
Yeah, welcome. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Not that I didn't want them to. There's obviously nothing bad that we talk about, but they only see me 2 days in the office. Well, some of them don't see me at all, so it's like they'll really get to know me.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want your coworkers to know you. It'll be like a big family. No,
The big family.
Yeah.
One Nick happy family.
Oh, man.
Oh, I have to tell you what else happened. She had another autocorrect issue that just happened.
Oh, dear.
Hi, Backaboo.
Oh, dear.
Oh, can I tell you about let's go back to present. A present memory that I just had that it was awesome, and it actually leads into my future thing too, because talk about balance. So I had a really rough day like at work, and it's just been with like this big event happening. So I've been trying to like balance everything, OES, house, marriage, everything, just like it's crazy, right? So one of my favorite bands was doing the tree lighting ceremony at TCU. The Johnny Swim. So you know what I did? I had a hard day at work, but what I did, and I work in a place that's kind of like middle of the Metroplex. So I was like, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I still have work to do. And I was like, I can go home and do the work and be mad that I did not get to see Johnny swim. Or I can go and see Johnny swim. They're probably going to perform first before they do anything else. And then I can drive home and then finish my work. And that's exactly what I did. And I felt so glad to be able, like, I think before I would have never, like, just done that. As simple as that sounds, but that gave me balance. Because, like, I didn't want to have regrets of not being able to see Johnny swim for free. Sing Christmas songs? I love it.
Well, I do respect that. Not the Johnny swim part, but I respect that you did what you needed to do to make you happy.
Yeah. And Chris was going to come, but, like, the scheduling thing wasn't going to work out. And I was like, no, you know what? It's fine.
I understand, Chris. Scheduling.
You rude.
I know what's up.
Anywho.
I'm with you, sir. I'm with you.
Anywho. But I was like, you know what? No, I'm just going to go. I'm going to go and watch them perform, and then I'm just going to come home. So don't worry about it. And then we ended up going to the little Christmas bar the next day anyway. So, which is, oh my God, it's adorable.
What's it called?
It's called Hide.
Oh my gosh!
What's happening?
Mate was just telling me about Hyde. She was like, it's the best thing ever, you gotta go.
Yes, and it's adorable. Like, adorable.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it already.
You don't need to abuse me next time. I'm excited. All right.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Right. I don't know why I had to get beat because of it.
Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho. Why does he sound like that? By the way, okay, so if anyone is ever wondering what they could, like, pass on to me, you don't have to buy me one, but, like, if you can point me in the direction of a reasonably priced breeder of a Frenchie, this right here, actually Christmas future, this is what my Christmas future will entail, a Frenchie that is dressed, and actually they're just about the same color.
Will Samson like the Frenchie?
Will he like the Frenchie?
Does he get along with other puppies?
What? We're done. Honestly, this is done. We're done. Bye, guys!